يلا
يلا
يلا يلا يلا يلا يلا
يلا يا باسم رقصني شوية.
Hallo zusammen, herzlich willkommen an andere Episode von The Bad Immigrants Gang.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم من جديد بحلقة جديدة في أسبوع الوقوف ضد العنصرية في مدينة بيرن. واليوم Carmen.
Sí, estamos aquí en la Semana de Acción contra el Racismo, la semana de acción que tiene ya 11 años denunciando el abuso que cometen los racistas, y este año hablamos sobre racismo estructural.
Yeah, sí. Carmen, do you remember your dream when you get married, your honeymoon?
Ah, this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we share it with the audience?
You think? Well, I tell you, you
Yes.
know, I was getting married in Switzerland, you know, but before that, we had to face a lot of difficulties because, you know, we needed a lot of papers. My husband is not even Swiss, so we had to collect a lot of papers. So I was in Colombia and suddenly I had to come to Switzerland. My husband told me, okay, please don't forget to bring all the papers, so in case we can ask the civil amt. And then, you know what happened? Well, I came to Switzerland, I was very happy, I want to meet the man of my life once again, and we went to the civil amt. So then we were there in front of this woman from the civil amt, and she told us, all papers are in order, even the toilet paper was in order. And then, you know,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and she told us suddenly, you can get married.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no, I don't want to get married, I don't want to get married. And then I was like, but what happened? And I was like, mi amor, no, yo no me puedo casar ahora, no me puedo casar. Pero he was just in shock because I wanted to say yes. And he was saying, but why? Because of my family. I cannot get married without my family.
So you want your family to come to Switzerland to get married?
No, then I should bring 2,000 people to here. No, I wanted to get married there with my people, you know.
Okay, you know, like Arnie is lucky that he didn't get married with me, for example, because if he get married with me, I will invite Jordan, Lebanon, you know, all even the people around the borders, they have to come
Exactly,
to the wedding. Like
exactly.
Arab, we do it like
Exactly
Arab.
like us, yeah. We live in the border with Venezuela, so
So
we have
all
to bring all the
this-
family from the Venezuelan part, and we have to bring all the family. But then, of course, I said, no way, I will not get married now. And then Anna was, but if we, you know, we were waiting for 1 year because they were asking for papers and papers and
Tons
papers.
of papers.
And I was like crazy with all these papers that I decided to say, no, if I have to look after one other paper to get married with you, I will never ever marry you because this is a lot of papers, you know? So then this woman said, but the problem is that we only have one date free to get married, and this is 12th of October. You know?
Remember this
Yes,
day.
my anniversary, 12th of October. But this is a very, very, very important date for me because it's also the day of the resistance of indigenous peoples. And you know what is the meaning of this because,
Yeah.
you know, I am an activist, and this is like a sign that came to me. Oh my goodness, I'm going just to colonize Switzerland. 12th of October is a sign. And then I say, okay, we will get married, and we got married. We went to Colombia, we had our
party.
exactly honeymoon, we met our 2,000 relatives in Colombia. So then after the trip to Colombia, I came back to Switzerland, and 2 days after, Agne, my husband, should go to work. And I was like, okay, he went to work. I was missing him like a crazy, but I was having a very beautiful dream. So I was just dreaming like a baby, you know, I was dreaming about my husband in a honeymoon. I was like, oh my God. Yes, I was so happy in my dream, and then suddenly the bell rang. So I was dreaming and I was like thinking, oh, Arne came back to give me exactly what I deserve, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was still dreaming, I was like, you know, waiting for him.
I could imagine.
Yes, I was just waiting for him. And then the bell rang again. So I woke up and I took the interphone, and suddenly someone was saying, open the door! It's the migration police! And I was like in shock, you know. I was like, I was dreaming with my husband, and then the police migration was coming to my place. I immediately called Agne. Oye, mi amor, imagínate, la policía de migración está aquí, hijo de puta, ¿qué voy a hacer? ¿Qué hice? The migration police is here. What should I do? What should I do? Fuck! They're going to take me. I was in shock. And then suddenly, while I was talking with Arne by the phone, the door opened. And two men just came to my place. One of these men just came straight to the bathroom, and the other one just came straight to the room, you know. And I was talking with Arne, what should I do? And it was blah, 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 blah. But I couldn't understand anything what he was saying, because I was in shock. What should I do now with two policemen, one in the room, one in the bathroom? I was totally in shock, you know. But of course, I know that I have rights. So I suddenly was trying to think what I wanted to do, you know, and I suddenly just stand up there and I was just saying, please, what are you doing in my property? You know, and they didn't even hear to me. When I say the word, you are violating my rights. They were like, okay, and they came. One from the bathroom and the other one from the room just came to me. And they were saying, you just got married with a Swiss man. Agne is not even Swiss. He is European, but he is not Swiss. And they were just asking me, why you got married with a Swiss man? And I told them, you know, I invite you to come to my living room and to drink a Colombian coffee.
Yeah.
And they were saying, we don't want Colombian coffee. Well, anyway, you have to sit down in my living room and talk with me why you came to my place like this, you know? And they sat down and they were saying, you got married with the wrong visa and you didn't inform the authorities. How can I say? I mean, you know, so I then told them, wait here. And I took my passports, because I used to travel a lot, so I took my 8 passports and I put the passports on the table, and I told them, you know what? I could get married in all these countries, but I didn't, you know? And you know what? I wanted to get married with this man because I want to fuck him, you know? I want to fuck this man because I was in love with this man, because I want to move my body with this man. So that's why I wanted to get married with this man.
I don't care if it's the wrong visa or the right visa.
Exactly.
You know?
I don't care if it's the visa of it. I did inform the authorities. I just wanted to fuck this man. And then they were like, oh, you know, can you imagine? This happened to me, that I know a little bit of human rights. But can you imagine when this happened to a woman that don't know the rights?